So to start our UVL, first we will understand what kind of shape we have to discuss. Suppose we are considering, guys, in the beginning itself I am telling you, right now everything we are learning for cantilever. After that, all the examples we will learn for simply supported, then overhanging, then fixed beam. Like one by one we will come to different beams. Okay, and understanding this topic is very, very important. But best part is, if you are understanding UDL in case of cantilever beam, then same concept of UDL alone will be valid for all types of beam. If you are understanding UVL, then same, all the local concepts of UVL will be applicable for different types of beam. Only the way we have to find out reaction and moment will change. Okay, and especially when we will be dealing with types of indeterminate beam, you have to be very, very strong, right? So I will teach you, don't worry about that. Now see, I am taking UVL of this type. Suppose I am taking UVL of this type. Okay, so this type UVL, you just put arrows downward. Okay, now in this type of UDL, you see there is something called load, there is something called SFD, there is something called BMD. If load is increasing from left to right like this, then your SFD also should increase. And according to the behavior of SFD, you have to draw BMD. To draw BMD, you should check SFD. You should not check load. Okay, let's understand. I am talking about the shape, not the magnitude, because to draw the shape of BMD, you should check SFD behavior. With this example, everything will be clear. Okay, so now see, from here, this is my 0 Newton SFD line. On this line, first of all, you understand what is SFD. SFD is shear force diagram. What is shear force? Shear force is a force, right? Unit is Newton. So your UDL, whatever you are seeing here, that will be like, for example, 10 Newton per meter. So you have to find out the total amount of force. First of all, you have to find out total amount of force. How to find out total force in case of UVL? So to find out total force, you should find out the entire area of this entire area. How to find out entire area? This height will be given, which is nothing but this 10 Newton per meter. It means that the total height, the maximum part here, that is 10. Because if you talk about here, it is 0 here. At this end, it is 0. Okay, so find out area. To find out area, we should know what is the baseline. So suppose base is to 3 meter. Okay, so your load, amount of load is nothing but area of triangle. So that is nothing but half into base into height. That is nothing but half into 3 into 10. Now you understand. Currently, the physical meaning of this beam is totally different. Physical meaning of beam means this portion is representing wall, this blue line is representing beam, and this shading is representing loading. This is the physical meaning. But to understand the amount of load acting on the beam, the resultant load, the total load, we find out area of triangle. Which triangle? The loading triangle. In that, try to understand, this can be in meter or this can be in centimeter. This loading can be in Newton or kilonewton, meter or centimeter, anything. Okay, so you have to make both as uniform loading. Okay, uniform loading means mostly this beam, your coordinate, the unit of this should be as the unit of beam. If the beam is given in centimeter, convert your loading into per centimeter. if the loading is given as 10 Newton per meter, so convert this into 10 Newton by 100 centimeter. Okay, because if the beam is given in the that type centimeter. So one thing is this. Now next, area of the triangle. This formula half into base into height. It is not from this chapter. It is our basic formula. Now substitute all the values here. So I am substituting 3 into 10. Now because already I have seen that it is also in meter, it is also in meter, so no problem. You can direct multiply here. So you will be getting, if I am not wrong, you will be getting 15, right? 15 Newton, because meter and Newton per meter will get cancelled. So 15 Newton. Now we converted our UVL into load. We got the amount of load. Now next question. Next question is where this load will act. Where this resultant load will act. So always remember, from 90-degree angle, it will act as 1/3 of the total length. Total distribution is till 3 meter. After this also you can have beam. Okay, like here your beam may extend, does not matter. We have to bother about the load distribution length. Load distributed till 3 meter. So that's why 1/3 of 3 is nothing but 1. So from the 90 degree you have to take, not from this angle. From this angle, if you want to come, then 2/3. Okay. So you just write here. This is the location of. You draw the location here. Draw the location of the loading. Okay, and you put the loading as 15 Newton, and you show here 1 meter. You draw neat and clean diagram. My diagram is somewhat messy because I am explaining. Okay. So you understood how to find out load and how to find out the location of load. Okay. Now let's understand the next part. If load is like this,